It is not by chance that Utah is continually named the best economy in the country and has fared better than others during the pandemic. Our spirit of engagement, the seamless relationship between public and private sectors, as well as a legacy of clear and honest communication between leaders in business, government, and our communities, really is what sets Utah apart. Sometimes we call this Utah's secret sauce. Sometimes we call it social capital. I call it showing up. And we all know the saying that showing up is half the battle. I'm grateful to be part of a business community that shows up. As we enter an era of leadership under our new chair, Gary Porter, and I consider the year past and the leadership of Craig Wagstaff, I'm reminded of the Chamber's ABCs: advocacy for members, building businesses, and connecting the community. This simple recipe is central to our mission: to be the voice of business, support our members' success, and champion community prosperity. However, from such a concise mission statement, there comes a complex and nuanced daily campaign that touches nearly every aspect of life in Utah, from strengthening the business environment, to promoting diversity and inclusion, to building communities, addressing the environment, making housing both available and affordable, to, well, you can almost fill in the blank. All of this, of course, is featured in this year's annual report, which highlights our major accomplishments for the 2020-2021 year, including how we concluded a successful legislative session with the Chamber tracking over 225 bills, of which 13 of our priority bills passed, and had a 100% success rate on our position bills. The report details how we advocated for and secured record funding for education and infrastructure, renewed focus on homelessness and affordable housing, as well as brought attention to two forward-looking bills on data security and the regulatory sandbox. In short, the Chamber continues to be a strong force on Utah's Capitol Hill for our members. Beyond our work in government affairs, the Chamber hosted more than 200 programs, events, webinars, and meetings, both virtually and in person. This included major events such as Giant in Our City, the Utah Economic Outlook and Public Policy Summit, and the Women in Business Conference and Athena Awards Luncheon, which had over 2,500 attendees. The Chamber led 2 Leadership Utah classes of more than 100 participants who graduated this summer. We broadcast Speaking on Business, heard 3 times daily on KSL News Radio, giving our members an opportunity to talk about their vision, work, and successes. We worked hand in hand with the state government and chambers throughout Utah to mitigate the impact of the pandemic. This included the very successful Stay Safe to Stay Open campaign. With all of this as background, I'm pleased to say with energy and excitement that we have only just begun, particularly as we look to the future. Over the past year, the Chamber has focused on several efforts to help our community and state continue to grow and become more sustainable. Just recently, we launched the Wasatch Innovation Network, an initiative that will bring together the best minds across industry sectors to ensure that innovation from manufacturing and agriculture to high technology and healthcare is reached in a lateral strategy that cuts across traditional silos. There are countless moving parts in our startup and innovation ecosystem, but nothing that currently connects the whole. Our goal with the Wasatch Innovation Network is to begin connecting laterally in a way that promotes innovation, creates commercialization, introduces new possibilities, and attracts talent that increases our national leadership. This is a startup venture in many respects, and we do not claim to have all the answers, but we will ask the right questions and bring people from the public, private, and educational sectors together to help our state and community. The Wasatch Innovation Network will play into how we manage growth in our state. It will impact the way we look at research and development, as well as future needs when it comes to education. We believe that Utah's dynamic ecosystem can become a blueprint for others to follow. If we can collaborate across industries and connect innovation dots into a coherent network, we will continue diversifying our economy and making sure we remain the best place for business in America. At the same time, we intend to stay focused on closing the housing gap, addressing our workforce needs, protecting our environment and natural resources, and strengthening our families and community. These are not new challenges, but long-standing and persistent ones that have reached an inflection point. Incidentally, they are connected, as the availability of affordable housing has a direct connection to our ability to attract, grow, and keep top talent in the state. As many of you know, housing challenges have long been a reality in Utah. It starts with 80% of our population living along the Wasatch Front, coupled with an increasing demand. When you place that reality beside the pandemic and shortages from lumber and laborers, we have the makings of a perfect storm, but one that I believe has solutions. Those solutions are multifaceted with a rural component and incentives for zoning and regulation changes, and they call for greater commitment to mixed-use multifamily developments. Along with our focus on housing, we need to facilitate workforce re-engagement in the economy, developing our talent pipeline, retooling skill sets, and welcoming immigrants to our state. While we celebrate our 2.7% unemployment rate, we recognize it also requires our best thinking, along with our dedication to creating an environment for continued jobs, opportunity, and growth for individuals and families. I've always said that if we're going to have challenges, it is better to have challenges related to progress rather than those associated with decline. And that's what we're facing today. The future is bright for Utah. From my perspective, the future is bright because of people like you. You've come together to address both challenges and opportunities through advocacy, building business, and connecting the community, our ABCs. Those ABCs are tried and true principles that have worked for us in the past. They will work for us in the future. So thanks to each of you for showing up time and time again when we've needed you. Meeting together on common ground and working together to overcome common challenges. This is the foundation of our success. Thank you.